what actually will happen if someone's Kundalini will get awakened without Guru's initiation?
Very subtle experience. How do we know Kundalini Awakening? Vishuddha refers to sound and also the body part. It is this thing. This is covered by the 16 Shaktis.
16.
Amrutadi Mahashakti Samruta Dakinishwari. Vishuddhi Chakra Nilaya Raktavarna Tilochana Kadvangadi Praharana Vadanaika Samanvita Payasanya Priya Tvaksta Pashuloka Bhayankari Amrutadi Mahashakti Samruta Dakinishwari. That 16 petals are identified 16 Shaktis. One is the Matrika Shaktis. Am, im, rum, and each point from here it starts and takes in Yogini Nyasa it comes. Actually, this is a Yogini Nyasa, very secret Nyasa in Sri Vidya Upasana that start from here, go around identifying the 16 aksharas, matrikas.
Guruji, what happens when the consciousness it rises towards the Ajna Chakra?
Here, Hakini Shakti is the white, because his white color, purity, it represents. She is six-faced, signifying integration of 5 senses and the mind.
5 senses and the mind, she is having 6
faces. That's 5. 5 senses, all one, 5 senses, and then 6 is the point of the command.
Beautiful.
Agna is command only. This is where the Guru's instructions are received. Swadhisthana, Muladhara deal with the samskara. The Agna deals with the present witnessing.
Namaskaram, a very warm welcome on Speaking Tree today, and I am with you, your host and friend Madhvi. Since our very childhood, we have listened that our body is a temple. But why is it so? Do you know about the divine powers that are residing on each of the energy centers that we are having within our body? How are the adhishtastris of each energy center governing those chakras, and how does it affect our consciousness? What happens when the Kundalini gets awakened within your body, and what sort of energy are there within each of the energy center? Do you know about the Panch Mahabhutas? How do they work? How is the science behind the Panch Mahabhutas is working when we are going downwards from Vishuddhi to Muladhara? Each element is there. Today we will get to know about what sort of energies lies at Aagya Chakra as well as the Sahasrara. How our consciousness flow in between these chakras, and how can we connect with the divine sitting over there within our body, and what actually remains when our consciousness gets aligned with the divine. Do the sense of I remain, or is there something else? In order to take this beautiful discussion ahead, we are joined by a divine personality. So let me welcome very warmly renowned spiritual Sri Vidya Master, Sri Atmanandanatha Guruji. Very warm welcome, Guruji, on Speaking Tree today.
May Sri Mata immensely bless you, my dear. Shanta Vimala Prakasha Atma Guha Chidyogasya Sri Parananda Adi Sadguru Namamyaham Punah Punah Namamyaham Punah Punah Naguro Radhikam This is my Guru lineage, which I have to pray them, seek their blessings before I proceed.
Guruji, about Kundalini Awakening. What actually is Kundalini Awakening? Is it something to be scared about, or is it something very divine which can take us towards the higher consciousness?
See, this subject itself is very complex. Because, even the yoga speaks about it.
Right.
Even in the yoga, Hatha Yoga approaches in a different manner. Raja Yoga in a different dimension. Sri Vidya also in a different dimension. And Sri Vidya, you cannot say that it is not talking about Kundalini. No, because it speaks very clearly. Kula Kundalaya, Kundalini, all that namas coming in also Sahasranama means you cannot keep Sri Vidya or Lalita Sahasranama away from Kundalini. Lalita Sahasranama handles it in two different dimensions. Both very interesting. In one of the podcasts, I mentioned this, but very subtly. I didn't go deep into. Maybe time has come to more in depth on that. Initially, it talks about Muladhara Nilaya, Brahma Granthi Vibhedini, Manipura Antarodita, Vishnu Granthi Vibhedini, Ajna Chakra Lasta, Rudra Granthi Vibhedini, Sahasrara Bujaroda, Swadhisthana Chakra. Sat Chakra Parisamsthita. Sat Chakra Upari Samsthita. She's beyond that 6 chakras has been told. It is almost similar to a kind of yoga. It's what, from here. It's, actually. Most of a yogic practice, a Kriya practice actually. There's incorporated there. This is a dynamic, doing aspect of Kundalini and in also Sahasranama. The goal is here is a psychic knots there. These knots are opened. And the focus on the breaking through barriers was the first thing. The experience has been known is a fire of purification and whatever we call it as Agni and all we can talk. But Sahasranama doesn't stop there. It takes us to another dimension after 475th Nama.
Which dimension is in Gurudev?
Vishuddhi Chakra Nilaya. Before you go further, Madhavi, I want to define this particularly 475 to further, up to 528 namas. About, say, 43, 44 namas. They descend.
Is it?
Vishuddhi, it comes down. Vishuddhi, Anahata, Manipura, Swadhisthana, Muladhara. From there, it straight away goes to Anahata and reaches the Sahasrara. And there, what is not in Muladhara previous namas, here the Sahasranama Bhagdevatas introduce Yoginis. Yoginis come to play there.
All 64 yoginis are
Each chakra is by Yoginis. That's very important for us to discuss now. And we can call it, Vishuddha is sound. Subtle. Sound to matter. Muladhara. Even Upanishads also talks something, Akashad Vayuhu, Vayor Agnihi, Agnir Apaha, Apa Prutivihi, all that, Prutivi Aushadaya, all that. That means come down. The subtle thing which becomes mature. Okay. Same path we take now when we discuss now, but it doesn't stop at matter. From matter to mind, Agna.
From matter to mind.
Is it not so? From there, it goes to Agna.
Yeah.
And from there to Sahasrara, bliss. Shall we call, for our convenience and people to understand also, we're talking today something about the journey from subtle to matter to mind, and mind to bliss.
So divine. When we talk about Kundalini, first thing is, if the Kundalini is awakened without a guru, what will happen? Some people, I have just noticed that some people feel some sort of an anxiety is there, some sort of fear is there. What actually will happen if someone's Kundalini will get awakened without Guru's initiation?
Very subtle experience. How do we know Kundalini Awakening? Even sometimes, I'm sorry to tell this, our illusion also sometimes becomes, we think is a...
Is it illusion?
Sometimes. Illusion also we think as Kundalini. And any abnormal behavior also we call it Kundalini. So it is not my cup of tea to discern what is Kundalini itself. It's a bliss actually.
So how can we differentiate in between the Kundalini?
We don't know because I cannot explain. I can only tell my experience at all. Then I cannot say what has happened to them. How can I say? People, they say that something. How can I say it is Kundalini or otherwise? I don't know. But now we are discussing on not, as I said, pushing to one grid. That's what I'm talking about. Each is a powerhouse.
Yeah.
I think that's the better way of putting it now. Already we have spoken of Kriya, Muladhara to that.
Yes.
And that's a yogic practice also. We are talking to a Sri Vidya way of thing, making each power grid, each powerhouse is powerful. That's what I'm talking today.
So Kundalini doesn't get activated on itself?
Independently, each chakra is powerful.
Yeah.
Okay, each chakra is this thing, I'm talking about that only. It goes from Muladhara down and then directly comes to Agna. We talk about that. When we say that, precise inner map actually, that is Shabda, right? Sound.
Yeah.
Subtle. When you apply to the human body, it refers to Taksta. Taksta Vishuddha Bhayankari. Vishuddha refers to sound and also the body part. It is this thing. This is covered by the 16 Shaktis.
16.
Amrutadi Mahashakti Samruta Dakinishwari.
Guruji, talking about the chakras, we have talked about Kundalini earlier, but talking about the chakras, are these the energy centers or they are some hidden cosmic portals within the human body?
It is very much within the human body. Each one is a powerhouse of human body. We are talking how the powerhouse is contained there, and which is refers to different Shaktis there who are serving the Yogini in each chakra. Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about. Maybe little new to the viewers, in fact, because we're talking about we know petals.
Yeah.
Normally, each petal is a divine energy. That petals are surrounded by one Yogini, which represents the whole energy of that energy. For example, I told you when it say Vishuddha, it's a subtle energy.
Yeah.
Anahata is love, emotion. So we are talking about that. Each a petal identifying with a specific divinity with its function. Vishuddhi Chakra Nilaya, Raktavarna Tilochana, Kadvangadi Praharana, Vadanaika Samanvita, Payasanya Priya Tvaksta, Pashuloka Bhayankari, Amrutadi Mahashakti Samruta Dakinishwari. Sahasranama identifies the divine Lalita Mahatma Vishuddhi Chakra in the form of a yogini called Dakini.
Dakini.
Is it not so? It's come Dakini.
So Dakini is the
Dakinishwari
energy that stays
yogini there. He has taken about Raktavarna, all that. What is the color and all that. We take only all the whole thing. Vadanaika Samanvita. When he talks about Dakini, Sahasranama speaks only one face. And they call it as Dakini. And she is surrounded by Amrutadi Mahashakti Samruta. She is surrounded by Amrutadi Mahashaktis. And she is Dakini. Interesting. We can see that before we go further. Amrutadi Mahashakti refers to 16 alphabets.
16 alphabets.
To Aha. We are considering each one is a power station now. Each chakra is a power station by itself, functioning independently on its own, then sending all power to a main grid.
So 16 powers are there on each energy center, on each chakra?
There only. Vishuddha has 16 petals. No dispute here. Whether you take yoga or you can take Raja Yoga or Hatha Yoga or Sri Vidya, no difference in that. That 16 petals are identified 16 Shaktis. One is the Matruka Shaktis. Im, rum. And each point from here it starts and takes in Yogini Nyasa it comes. Actually, this is a Yogini Nyasa, very secret Nyasa in Sri Vidya Upasana that start from here, go around identifying the 16 aksharas, matrukas. Though you say namaha, am namaha, im namaha, namaha, it is only alphabet. You are identifying the divinities there. I am talking about them now. Is Amrutaya Namaha. I am identifying all 16 Shaktis now. Is Amrutaya Namaha, nectar, which is immortality. Then Akarshinya Namaha. See, look at Vishuddha, what all it has got. It is not simple sound, Akarshinya. It is an attraction power. And then go to Im. Im. Im is Indranya Namaha. That Indrana is power. Indrana is power. Indrana is called as Indra's consort. Indrana is power. Then go to Im, Ishanya Namaha, Ishwariya Namaha. Both are there. You can call Im as Ishwari or Ishana. Both are there. So Ishwari is divine rulership. Ishvara, Ishwari. Then go to Uma. See, Uma is simply taken as a name of Parvati. Uma is referred as primordial energy. Uma is nothing but the reverse of home. Is it not so?
Reverse of home.
Is it not so? A-U-M. You met A-U-Ma. Become A-U-Ma. Om become Uma also.
Yeah.
So, is the primordial energy, Uma. It's as good as Om only. That is Uma. Then Om is Urdhva. Is Urdhva Keshi. I talk about as primordial energy. When I say Urdhva Keshi, upward energy. Urdhva energy, Urdhva Keshi. Keshi, though it refers to the air, that means we are talking about upward energy.
Among these 16 powers, which one is the Adhishtatri of the Vishuddhi Chakra?
I come to that, Dakini.
Dakini.
Dakini is Yogini. See, that Dakini Yogini is surrounded by this 16. Then you go to Rum also, Ruddhida. Ruddhida is prosperity. And then I'll go straight away. I'll take time. Rum is Rukara, the Vedic vibration. And Rukara is divine play. And Rum is Rukara, creative expression. And Ekapada is non-dual. Aishwarya is wealth. And Om is Omkara, primordial energy. Once again, you know that primordial sound it is. Aushadhi. Aushadhi is not medicine, healing part of it. Is Ambika, mother principle. Aha is Akshara, which is imperishable. So, that is exactly the 16 divine powers surrounded by the Yogini called Dakini.
Guruji, we have talked about Vishuddhi Chakra. What is the next chakra?
It is you know it very well, you ask me that. But Vishuddhi, before I go to Anahata, I refer to Dakini. I also mentioned surrounded by this thing. And this Dakini represents pure expression.
What sort of expressions?
A subtle vibration, sound. Vishuddhi. It is a pure expression of subtle vibration also. Dakini quality I'm talking. This Dakini is surrounded by those 16 Amrutadi Mahashakti. Now we not going down. We are looking at Anahata Chakra. And what is that surrounded by? We know it is 12 petals. Is it not so? Each petal is Devata. That's the only difference I am talking is, it is not simple petal. It is the divine energy. And that energy is surrounded by energy with a yogini. Here that yogini comes is what you call Anahata is Rakini. 12 petals are by letters, they are called Ka to Tha. Ka, Ka, Ga, 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 Tha. It stops there. And it is not simple letters for Nyasa. Though we do Kam Namaha and all in Yogini Nyasa, they refers to a divinity. I say Kam Kalaratri. Kalaratri Nama.
Kalaratri is
Yeah,
also there.
that one Shakti is Kalaratri. That is, night of time, Kalaratri. What Kalaratri? Power. Overcome the darkness is Kalaratri. And then go to Kam. Khandita. Her name is Khandita. This is segmented one. That is represents clarity. Khandita is a clarity there. Then come next to Gayatri. This Gayatri is not to be confused with Vedamata Gayatri, please.
So which Gayatri?
This is a Gayatri is the energy here. I am referring Gayatri, not the Vedamata Gayatri is not here. Gayatri is one of the energies which is surrounded by this
one of the 12
this Rakini. Okay. This Gayatri is spiritual harmony. I don't say it's the same Vedic harmony. It helps in resolution of indecision through wisdom. Always indecision comes, wisdom comes, indecision goes. So this is the power of that particular Gayatri there. Then Gam, there's Ghanta Karshini. Ghanta is the bell, it attracts sound. Is it not so? That's Ghanta Karshini. So the transformation of power of love and repentance through divine resonance is the Ghanta Karshini. Then go to Ngam, Nga, the Nga, it comes from here. That is Ma, the silent flow, represents the expansion of understanding. Cha, the Chanda, the figures one. Then comes to Cham, Chaya, the shadow. Then Jam is Jaya, that is victorious. Then comes Jhankarini is once again the resonance, represent the unity of all life. Look at that, even Aksharas, what they're referring. It seems to be only Matrakas or letters only, but it is not that. The petals, though, they're referred to a particular Aksharas, they represent the divinities there. That means that Akshara we are pronouncing, they're divine. They represent, when I say Jam, it is Jankarini. Nyam, Jnanapurna, Jnanarupa, that is once again the knowledge. Tam is Tanka Hasta. Tanka Hasta, X. Tanka is X. He's having that. Tam is Tankarini. Tanka is the Ghanta Karna is something. Thumb is echoing sound. There's only sound. The thumb is the echoing sound. Then Tankarani, what's the echoing sound? This is all. This is how the Anahata is identified with this thing. So you just see what's happening here. How to use them into activate, I'm not talking about. It's not for public consumption. I'm giving an information on what exactly Anahata is. It is not simple 10 petals, 12 petals, or 16 petals. They are the divinities. They are the energies. And Yoginis also come here. These is very important. So we have crossed Vishuddha, Anahata. Here, when you say Anahata Ajna Nilaya, Shyamabha, color is Shyama, Vadanadvaya. See, become two. Interesting, you notice here, 16 petals
Then 12.
become reduced, but the face become 1 to 2.
Is it?
Is it not so? He said only, Vishuddha only one face. Here,
Rakni has 2 faces.
2. Vadanadvaya. Shyamabha, color is Shyama. Vadanadvaya. Vadana is, Dvaya is 2. Why Dvaya? Here only sound. Akasha. Shabda. Right now? When it comes to Anahata, it is sound and air. Right? 2. And Sparsha. This is Shabda, this is Sparsha. See how the subtle becoming slowly matter. Is it not so? I told you.
So from the Chaitanya, from the consciousness, we are turning into matter.
Yeah. Okay, is it not so? Shabda becomes Sparsha. These subtle to matter means we have to add the elements. Then only it becomes. So from Shabda we added air here.
Okay.
So
the elements are getting added.
yeah.
As we are going
So
ahead.
Vadanadvaya become.
Guruji, we have talked about Anahata Chakra. What about Manipura Chakra?
Yeah. I think this everybody have been chanting it.
Yeah.
But we are explaining what it is.
Yes.
Manipura Nilaya, Vadanatraya Sanyuta, Vajradi Kayodhopeta, Damar Yadi Bhiravruta, Raktavarna, Mamsanishta, Gudanna Pritamanasa, Samasta Bhakta Sukada, Lakinyamba Swarupini.
So Lakini is there?
Lakini is there. So Lakini is a Yogini there. She is Vadanatraya we have sold. From first 1 phase, 2 phase, 3rd phase. That means the subtle thing is becoming totally manifested. When it's manifested, this will become Lakinyamba with 3 phases, nothing but sound, air, and fire.
So now the 3 elements
3
are
has
there.
come, so 3. And the petals are 10.
10 petals are there.
Look at this. There is 16,
Yeah.
12, 10. Petals are reducing.
Yes.
The faces are increasing. That means from subtle to matter, as the subtle becoming more matter, the petals come down. The energies come down. Please understand, this is a very interesting thing. Is
So
it
the
not
number of the energies
number of
reducing
divinities
once
are
we
reducing.
coming down. Yeah.
Is it not so?
Yes.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Because this is something definitely viewers appreciate, because many of them will be chanting that, but we are going a little deeper into it and explaining it actually. So what is Manipura? This Lakinyamba Swarupini. She is Lakinyamba with 10 petals surrounded by them. Lakini is transformation into power. Tejas actually, Manipura. It is digestion, Manipura. Not just food, madam, but experience. This is space, air, and fire. Is it not so?
Yeah.
So, the body constituent is flesh. You see, just see how it's becoming material from the subtle. Okay. Now we got 10 petals. They are identified by Akshara, Da to Fa.
Da to Fa.
Da. So that Da is not simple Da. It is Damari.
Damri.
She is called Damari. Resonant signifies the power of divine sound, and that dispels the spiritual dullness.
Is it?
Okay. Da. Then comes Dham. Dha, you know. Dhankarini. Dham means always echo. Always Dham also echo. Dham also echo. Represents the vibration of the vital life. Awakening. What I'm telling you, what's happening in Manipura. By really, if you do sadhana as per the instructions, I'm just giving you what there. How to make these energies to be really help you, and you feel that. So what this done is Dham is done echoing one. Tamasi. Tamasi, you know what represents the power of control. Tamasa. Transforms the inertia into energy. Energy, inertia, I think physics terms, people know it, and inertia. That is the meaning Tamasi. Then Tham. Tham is Sthani. Sthani is steady, actually. Even Shiva is called Sthanu. That is steady always. He is always, you see how Shiva is there, steady. So this Sthani signifies the firm foundation of self-confidence. Okay? And this helps in when self-confidence means unshakable willpower. Dam refers to Dakshayani. And the divine form of Dakshayani is here. Dakshayani, symbolizes the sacrificial fire. Who just jumped into that. Is it Daksha, daughter of Dakshayani? And what that burning? Burning of ego, is it not so? See, look, Manipura, how powerful it is. Is it not so? What all things happening here in Manipura by activating, energizing those energies. Then Dhatri. Dhatri is, which holds, support, represents the fire that sustains. Is fire only, supports the spiritual growth. See, Manipura we can't neglect. Very, very interesting chakra actually it is. Dam is Dakshayani, Pam is Parvati. That Parvati is daughter of the mountain. What is that? Mountain signifies the peak of determination, right? See, look how many qualities it has got in Manipura. Nobody thinks of that. Manipura is least important. But what all things happening then? Fire. What all it does here? Determination. Then Pam, Patkarini. No, Pat is a word, you know that, for sound. Is a weaponized. We use Ayudha actually in all mantras. Pat Swaha. Yes. Weapon we use that. That sound that represents this is the power. Fat is obstacles, taking away obstacles and negative mental pattern. All that happens in Manipura. I was talking Manipura. Anahata is more emotional, is it not so? We are all emotion there. Anahata talks about emotions, but the Manipura, the divinities in that Manipura focus on dynamic action of that. The emotion becomes action here.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, isn't it so? Though Sri Vidya, these Shaktis are meditated upon to help us, the seeker, move from the emotion to the action. Survival-based instinct to empower the soul. Exactly. This is how Manipura becomes so. The emotion becomes action at Manipura. So just see, we are slowly settled to, we are going to material.
So we are feeling emotions at Anahata, and then in Manipura it will convert into
becoming action. Then you know what is next.
Guruji, what about Swadhisthana?
It is water element. And Sahasranama chant, Swadhisthanam Bhujagata Chaturvaktra Manohara Shula Dhyav Sampanna Pita Varna Ati Garvita Medho Nishtha Madhu Prita. The Yoginis Bandhini. The Yoginis Bandhini. The element here is Medasu, that is a fat. Earlier was flesh. It is become fat now. And Chaturvaktra, 4. Sound, air, fire, water. It is becoming more and more material. And it is having 6 petals. Okay. And here the Kakini is the flow of desire. Look at emotion, action, desire.
Yes.
Beautifully we are coming down. Each one of us chanting this mantra, the Sahasranama. And for them it should be told what it exactly. Kakini comes here, which is the flow of desire. And no, it governs creation also. Sahasrana creation only. It is pleasure also. Pleasure center, nobody can say no. And which very important thing which I am going to talk about this. We know that Swadhisthana is the creative center. Center of lust. Let us be very, very frank on that. There's nothing to hide. For progeny, it's required. It is space, air plus water. Body constituent fat. But I tell you, there is something seriously coming, my dear. Research papers coming now for the information of the viewers today. I paused for a while, changing the process. 2 minutes change because of little deviation. We talk about samskara, right now? Vasanas. We carry from somewhere, which we undergo that. The samskaras are in chitta, embedded. That is through Swadhisthana operated. There's a connectivity with samskara and Swadhisthana. It's a different subject altogether.
Okay.
I'm giving a new information today.
Both of these are
samskara, we think only somewhere in the mind level, ankara level, chitta level and all. But it is operated at subconscious level. There's a research paper on that.
So samskaras are stored in the Swadhisthana?
Yeah, samskaras are identified in Swadhisthana.
Beautiful.
It is a new information I'm giving, but I'm supported by a research paper. I'm not simply talking about. Maybe it's a new subject for people and say, how Guruji, subconscious, you're talking about Swadhisthana. We think subconscious is somewhere in that and samskara somewhere else. No, it is definitely here.
Yeah.
What we call samskara is subconscious in chitta is in modern psychology. We call chitta and they understand as subconsciousness, which is not in conscious mind. Chitta is a storehouse according to us. That storehouse, what chitta
is Swadhisthana.
Interesting, na?
Beautiful.
That is 6 letters called Ba to La.
Ba to La. Okay.
6 petals. Bandhini. Bandhini means binder. Bind. What binds? The power of attraction and the foundation of the bonds of creation and attachment.
So within this chakra is the power to attract people.
Yeah, is it not? Attract, the power of attraction and the fundamental bond for creation. I need not explain more than that. Without that attraction, there is no creation.
Right.
Is it not so?
Yes.
I need not go deep into, people understand what I mean to say. Then Bham is Bhadrakali.
Bhadrakali
What is the difference between Kali and Bhadrakali?
Yes.
Bhadrakali
is also the Yogini.
Yeah,
over there in the
petal, one petal. By that, the Yoginis Kakini is auspicious Kali. We think Kali is ferocious. Bhadrakali is auspicious, symbolize the fierce protection of the soul and destruction of ignorance by Bhadrakali. Avidya, okay? Then Mam. Mam is Mahamaya. Okay? Mahamaya is the great illusion, signifies the divine creation once again. Power that masks the reality. Mahamaya is that. This power, this reality is masked. You are in a wheel, and but with that, what happens, that with all that masking, it allows the play of life.
Is it Maya?
Is it not so?
Is it connected to Maya?
Without Maya, where is the play of life?
Ah.
Interesting. Mahamaya cannot be treated as something, it's a Maya, illusion and all. Without Maya or Maya, where is the play of universe? Is it there? It cannot be, no? A small difference, The Maya in Vedanta is something treated as, no, I should come out of Maya. Is it not so? Vedanta talks about.
Yes.
But Tantra, Sri Vidya says, that is the play of universe. You should be with that. Use that Maya. What you think, come out of Maya. Sri Vidya says, Vishnu Maya Vilasini. This is Maya, Mahamaya. So that is the play of Leela. Use that, you be with that. This is the difference between the Vedanta and Tantra. I should mention it here. Okay. And then comes to Yam. Yam is Yashasvini. The name suggests represents the attainment, Yashassu. What is that Yashassu? Spiritual glory. And the fame, glory, and success of internal discipline. That's Yashasvini. Then Ram. Raktaya Namaha, she is called. Rakta is the crimson color. Rakta is not red. Blood is a crimson red. Nobody. So symbolizes the life force, the passion, and the blood, the essence of existence. This Raktaya Namaha. Then goes to the last one, Lam. Lamboshtya Namaha. Oshta is the lips, the large lipped. One of the petal refers to the lips, which is large lipped, represents the physical manifestation of sound and the capacity to taste the divine lecture, Amrita.
Okay.
That is the Lamboshtaya. These are the Swadhisthana and Kakini, the center of the water element. While the Manipura talks about fire and willpower, these 6 divinities at the Sahasrana govern procreation, creativity, the flow of life. Emotional balance also. Sahasrana. The Bandhini and Mahamaya. Binds, and this also Leela. So it is an emotional balance also.
Yeah.
Swadhisthana is a very, very important chakra, madam. Madhavi. People should know how to put into use where we fail, unfortunately. The normal human being fails in using Swadhisthana. If you put into proper practice, you know how beautiful it is. Bandhini, Yashasvini, Mahamaya, everything. And we have told you, connection between past impressions, samskaras, and Swadhisthana Chakra. That is already, I can speak some time. So these 6 petals also represent our different emotions also. Vrittis we call. They are 6, petals. We have manovrittis are there, 6 vrittis. That is indulgence, suspicion, disdain, delusion, destructiveness, and pitilessness. These are 6 vrittis we have. Even that's 6 petals create that. Kakini does it. Very, very important, because when we say important, now it supports me. The new research going on, research papers, even samskaras are also there. That means it makes my statement more stronger. How Swadhisthana is important for the person to use the samskara or polish the samskara, use the samskara into a better thing. All that, can possible. Don't say that my samskara is bad, I'll go back. Make the samskara also into, samskara is like an atom, I should say. You can always use it properly also. No, my samskara is bad. Don't get, negative thing. No, my vasana is not bad. This is all we normally think, Yeah. His samskara is bad, that's why he's like that. Yeah. His samskara is good, so he's big. Instead of that, how to make that samskara itself come to our help. In both material as well as spiritual life. It's a good question mark. Good food for thought for my viewers today. When Swadhisthana is so important chakra with 6 petals and kakini ruling, and accepting that samskara also is operated there. Instead of getting my samskara is bad, my vidhi is bad, vasana is bad, is it not time to think how to make use of it in a positive way? Is it not so?
Beautiful. Guruji, what about Muladhara Chakra? What happens there? How many powers are there? And what sort of element is there?
See, we have come to the final matter. We begin from subtle, and when you talk about Muladhara, we have come to the end of making it how the subtle sukshma become sthula.
Yes.
Subtle to matter. So people know it. Muladharam bhujaruda panchavaktra samsita ankushadi praharana varadani shevita mudana sakti sutta sakini amba swarupini. So it talks about Sakini is the Yogini here. Panchavaktra, it becomes 5 now. So all 5 primordial elements have come now to make it pakka matter. Without 5, it will not become matter. It shall become fully matter now. And it is asti, it makes bone. And it is smell. Shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa,
Gandha.
it comes to gandha. So fully manifested now. The universe manifested as well as the subtle thing become matter now. So Muladhara is Sakini. You know what is become matter? Stability,
Yes.
embodiment,
Yeah.
foundation of manifest existence. Without that stability, manifest cannot exist. So that's a petals come, four petals. Last one. Va, Sha, Sha, Sa. Another 2 is there. We'll go to Agna. 4. To make the Prithvi, smell, body constituent is, I told you, the bones. What is that? Vam, Sham, Sham, Sam. Vam is Varadaya Namaha. Varada is bone. Signifies the power to grant desires.
Okay.
Clarity, giving nature of the earth. Then Sham, Shri Namaha. Shri, she is called prosperity, beauty, represents everything. Shri. And then Sham, Shandaya Namaha, the neutralizer, with the power to overcome physical limitations, though in Muladhara. Neutralizing the base instinct also. Then comes to Sam, Sarasvatke Namaha, the flow of knowledge. Even at the root, she represents the wisdom and the beginning of the consciousness. Swadhisthana is the interface where samskaras become active. The Muladhara is the vault. The karmic seeds is where the seeds of all past lives, karmashayas, remain in the state of deep sleep until they are ready to sprout. The coiled power, what we call Muladhara, Kundalini Shakti, is called Swayambhulinga. She is the guardian of these samskaras. Samskaras at Swadhisthana, guarded by Muladhara. So where is samskara now?
Guruji, what happens when the consciousness, it rises towards the Ajna Chakra?
So it's very difficult to put it in practice or to communicate, but in experience only I can say. What we have done is, in the yoga system, is a breaking of knots. Is it not so?
Yes.
But what we did is, with Srushtikrama we made now. Srushtikrama is creating from subtle to material. We already created the path by energizing each chakra by its total capabilities, by worshipping, identifying all these things there. So each chakra is really, really active with all that, because each devatas are taken care by practices you have to do. Then the path is clear. There is nothing to break, I'm telling you sincerely. Immediately from there, you can move to Agna. Because you have come down already. From there, straight away, you can move to Agna. Agna Chakra Nilaya. Now, she was residing in all these chakras. Now she is residing in Agna Chakra as what? Shukla Varna Shadanana. Shukla Varna is the color. Shadanana is, she has got 6 faces now.
6 faces.
The 6th is mind. 5 Panchabhutas, the 6th is mind. Shadanana. Majja Samstha. Majja is the marrow. Here she represents the marrow. Hamsavati Mukhya Shakti Samanvita. Haridranai Karasika. Hakini Rupada. She is the Hakini Yogini here. Hakini is duality resolves into awareness.
So Dakini stays here at the Vishuddhi and the Hakini is there.
Dakini, Hakini. So duality is gone now. Witness consciousness. Mind, body constituents, the mind, body is marrow, I told you. Only 2 petals.
2 petals, just 2 petals.
No, that is Ha and Ksha left over now. Hamsavati, Kshamavati. Ha is Hamsavati, Ksha is Kamavati. Ham and Ksham. Ham is Hamsavati. Hamsa, we know that swan represents the Ham. I am the soul. I am the Atman. She signifies the power of discrimination. Hamsavati. He comes here. You have a discrimination because the Viveka comes here and it represents this side Ham, the Pingala, the sun. Ksham is Kshamavati, the forgiver. Kshama means the one represents the cosmic power, the Ida. Ultimate dissolution of the ego into forgiveness. Kshamavati. The Agna is the meeting point of 3 nadis also. Hamsa, the eternal breath of life. That's why Hamsa. Hamsa is the Soham, Hamsaha is the natural pranayama. So where that meets there, in this center, the practitioner transcends into subconscious chitta. All lower chakras enters into the realm of the direct perception, intuition. That's what Ajna Chakra. Here Hakini Shakti is the white, because his white color, purity, it represents. She is 6-faced, signifying integration of 5 senses and the mind.
5 senses and the mind, she is having 6
faces.
That's
5. 5 senses, all one, 5 senses, and then 6th is the point of the command.
beautiful.
Agna is command only. This is where the Guru's instructions are received. Swadhisthana, Muladhara deal with the samskara. The Agna deals with the present witnessing.
Beautiful.
So, you know where samskara, it's very clearly mentioned. Okay?
Gurudev, what about Sahasrara?
I'll come to that. Hamsavati, in invoking these 2, the seeker balances the Ham and I am Brahman. There only it comes to. Then you go to Sahasrara, Yakini, Sahasrara Ambujarudha, Sudha Sara Bhivarshini. Nectar flows downward, all differential dissolves. The 1,000 petals there. Letter of permutation, chakras, manifestation, letter, vibration, everything happens. One realizes, I am not moving through chakras.
So we are above the chakras over
That's what we realize when it goes there. That's what I'm telling you. There's a wonderful situation here of Kundalini you're asking for. I want to answer now. At this stage, the practitioner, only I given you theory. Practicals I can't discuss. When that practice happens, he understands, I am not moving in chakras. See, total difference.
So divine.
I am not moving in chakras, but all chakras appearing in me. That is why she is called Shat Chakro Upari Samsthita, beyond all structures. From the first vibration, A, to Ksha, the entire universe is nothing but Lalita, unfolding, returning within our own awareness. I have to conclude this. This is the practice properly done. The sadhaka realizes, I am not moving through chakras.
When you were telling me about this, what happens when our consciousness, our soul, encounters with the divine power? There, what lefts? What lefts? Is there no ego?
Nothing left, because I am not moving through chakras. The chakras are appearing in me. How do you like it? I make this the bottom line.
Is the sense of I, does it remains there?
No, appearing in me. Chakras himself, me, myself. Where I is lost already. When I am moving chakras, I am there. Where I am,
It
I am
just
not there.
vanishes.
I vanished already. When I think I am moving through chakras, I am there. Am I moving?
No.
I am not moving. Then what happens? Nothing there. And this is the wonderful way of sadhana, where I-ness lost.
I'm just in awe of it right now, and I'm so very grateful, and I feel blessed that I am receiving such knowledge from you, as well as I also think that as enlightened as am I today, my audience is equally enlightened. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Sarve janaha sukhino bhavantu. Samasta sanmangalani bhavantu. Shanti, shanti, shanti.
Today, we have got to know the adhishtatris of each chakra within our body. Did you already know about such divine powers which are governing our chakras and giving us so much? Do share in the comment section your insights, and also let me know of any sort of questions that you want to ask from Gurudev. We will definitely be taking those questions in our next episode with Gurudev. For today, I'm taking my leave. Till then, enjoy, stay happy, stay blessed, and may the blessings of Almighty and Sri Vidya be with you. Namaskaram.